Welcome to Model Behavior, you lucky little rascals. There is some toy news out there, but there's a whole bunch of other stuff as well. Wrestling news, movies, video games. I'm a little bit spoiled for choice on where to start, so I think I'll start right now. Okay, this is the big one, for the big story for the day. So if you don't want to see what Doctor Doom might look like in Avengers Doomsday, you can skip on to the next chapter, okay? But also, I'm kind of feeling like if you're watching this video by now, you've seen this image already. You must have, okay? But if you don't want to see it, then now's your time, all right? That was your chance. So, behold, the face of Doom, and it's perfect. Just perfect. Not much else to add. No notes. If this is what it is, then it's going to be phenomenal. At least visually, I think. This was shown at a Chinese Disney Expo. There was a whole light show as well, showing other like previews of what we might see, some imagery. I won't include some of that because some of that might be a little bit spoilery. Who knows? But just from the standalone look of Doctor Doom, they've nailed it. It's amazing how difficult it seems to have been for movies to get Doom right. Like in the 2000s Fantastic Four movie, it was like, oh, he wears metal armor and he has metal skin. It's like, well, to use the phrase again, that's kind of a hat on a hat, isn't it? That's such a weird choice. His skin is turning into metal, so he will put on metal armor. Seems a bit pointless. And then in the awful 2015 one, just like, I don't even know what that was supposed to be. It wasn't Doctor Doom. But now it looks like they've absolutely cracked it. I'm not sure like the metal on his tummy, his little metal plated tummy, but I'm sure it will aesthetically work because everything else that I'm looking at looks perfect. So yeah, roll on Avengers Doomsday. This certainly bodes well. A new challenger has arrived. Egg Toys now are getting in on the Street Fighter 1/12 scale figure action, and they're kicking it off in a badass way with Demon Akuma. Dang it looks like another Street Fighter franchise that's going to be vying for our money, and we only have so much. These pictures I found on Mezco HK. Let me just see what the write-up says here. Egg Toy Studios presents the new Akuma, inspired by Street Fighter 6. So this, 1/10 scale. All right, 1/10. So gonna be a little bit bigger? Yes, bigger. I always get the maths wrong. 1/10 scale, so kind of more 7-inch scale. Think McFarlane Toys kind of size. Highly articulated third-party figure, stands about 18.8 centimeters tall. Packed with accessories. So there you go. That might put a few people off if you want a standalone Akuma, because who knows how many figures they might do. This might be a one and done. It's hard to say. Looking at the images, I mean, it looks awesome with the demonic looking face, the white hair, the red power effects. Very, very cool. But yeah, going to be maybe a little bit too big to go with your Jadas or your Storm Marinas. Again, Dave breathes a sigh of relief. I can avoid this one, but at least the pictures, they do look, well, very pretty. Big shout out to Kaiju Daddy, who has really just been the absolute go-to source for all of your Mayfex and SH Figuarts type news. The dude's got a man on the inside, and he's been keeping us up to date, and now he himself has been on the inside of a recent toy show at, I think it's Akihabara in Tokyo, and we got some actual footage, straight up footage of the SH Figuarts Gamerverse Cyclops and Spider-Man. There's a few pictures going around as well. I'll if I can find those, which hopefully I can do when I'm doing the edit, I'll put those in and put the credits for where they've come from. Go check them out and give them a follow. But this just gets the heart thumping. It gets the party jumping. It's Gamerverse Spider-Man looking so good. The only thing that broke my heart was going on a toy hunt yesterday in Hong Kong and seeing the prices of these figures in Hong Kong, like literally half the price that we paid for them, like 45 to 50 bucks. You know what? It's fine. It is what it is. I'm honestly happy to pay the price for this Spider-Man because seeing him in full 3-dimensional motion here, he looks perfect. He looks absolutely perfect. Roll on March next year, baby. Cannot wait to add this guy to my shelf. Four Horsemen Studios showing off a couple of gorgeous new Mythic Legions figures. Let me read the deets so I can get them right. You can look at the pretty pictures while I do. So this is the Legacies of Mythos live stream recap. So these were revealed on a live stream. So Legion of Aether Otho. This is the first dude we're looking at here. Love the unique kind of hair sculpt style. I mean, awesome to see that in a sword and sorcery kind of setting. I dig that. Also, the different masks and helmets as well. The sort of lion-looking helmet. Oh, it's badass. So it says limited quantities will become available on the 15th of September, and they'll be offered as a set together with the second dude, the orc guy, Uzrok. For $110. So what is that? $55 a piece. Orders will then become available on the 19th of September for figures individually for $55. There you go. But yeah, both these guys, they look great. I mean, the orc dude with that armor, he looks straight out of the Siege of the Two Towers or whatever Lord of the Rings nerd stuff you guys like. You bunch of nerds. It's funny. I love this, but Lord of the Rings, never bonded with it. No, it insists upon itself. But yeah, I do love the look of these. Storm Arena, literally, no, not literally. I was going to say literally kicking ass and taking names, but they're not. They're an action figure company. They are not literally kicking anyone's bottom or making a note of their names. Nothing grinds my gears more than people saying literally when they don't mean literally. It literally makes my head explode. So Storm Arena, now they're coming in hot with more of these arena figures. So this is King of Fighters, Gord. Is it pronounced Damon? I would say Damon, maybe. I feel the Storm Arena line kind of, the train is leaving the station and I'm not on it. And I know that if I want to go back, it's going to get more expensive. I need to just grab Ken and Ryu and then I'll be there. But money, it's got to make tough decisions these days. But I saw them on the shelves here in Hong Kong and I was like, I could get them. I've not left Hong Kong yet, so I might pick them up. Luckily for me, King of Fighters, that was never in my periphery as a kid, so this one will pass me by, but it looks like more of the same. And I don't know if Storm are working as like a lost leader to get people into this, because what they're offering for the prices they're doing, it's pretty amazing. And this, it also looks pretty amazing. If you weren't convinced by the preview pictures, well, how about this full gallery for the upcoming Meti Toys Tauren? Is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, probably we'll go with that. Tauren figure. Oh, I love me some anthropomorphic animals. They just, the business, and they've gone slightly more cartoony, I feel, with this bull. Sorry, I've got a little cough I'm fighting. With this bull dude from Meti Toys. But I love what I'm looking at. They've piled so much armor on this dude that there are so many different permutations and configurations you can have. You can strip him off to his tidy-whities. I imagine he wears tidy-whities, probably Fruit of the Looms. But then you can have him just totally armored up. Honestly, this dude wearing armor kind of feels like a hat on a hat. Honestly, if I was walking around looking like this dude and someone was like, hey, do you want to wear some armor? I'd be like, nah, I'm good. Have you seen me? I'm a 10-foot tall, 800-pound bull man. Think I'm going to be okay. He looks wicked. So yeah, this is one of those ones where it's lucky that there is a barrier of the internet for me. If a figure is only available for an online purchase, it's that little bit too far, I can resist it. If I saw this dude on a shelf, there's no way I'd be leaving the store without him. But let me know what you think. I think this dude looks amazing. Hot Wheels bringing out a new fun addition to their Transformers collaboration line. Now we're getting Nemesis Prime, who I always confuse with Shattered Glass Prime. The amount of times I've messed up those names, it's embarrassing. But yes, Nemesis Prime. It's going to be Hot Wheels Transformers Nemesis Prime going up for pre-order on Mattel Creations. All right, so a direct order there on Tuesday the 16th. So in a couple of days' time, look out for that. And yeah, based on the original 1984 OG Optimus Prime design, it looks like a nice kind of presentation box. One for the hardcore fans there. McFarlane Toys doing another Doomslayer, and a bit of a surprise to me at first. I thought that they had repainted their Elite Doomslayer, which was like $60 and very high end. This ain't that. This is $35, so it's the more basic McFarlane kind of style. Still, the sculpt looks good. I think the McFarlane sculpts generally are all pretty good, and the Doomslayer being an armored type character, those aesthetics work way better for McFarlane. So what's this skin called? This is the Phalanx skin. So yeah, a red version of the Doomslayer from the Dark Ages. Looks kind of cool, and also you can get a redemption code to get the Phalanx skin in the game if you want. So more details of this as they become available, but right now it's just a preview picture. But yeah, if you like McFarlane toys, you're a Doom fan, there's not too much to complain about here. Well, besides the price tag, but hey, everything's expensive now. Higher Toys going deeper into the Rocky franchise, but not with Rocky himself. We're getting Adonis Creed, which does look great. First of all, 1/12 scale. Good Lord scale, and he's in his dad's USA red, white, and blue stars and stripes gear. That always looks great, so he's not gonna be cheap. Because once you move up to the 1/12 scale, then of course the prices are going to follow. So you're getting a Mezco kind of feeling and price for this. Going to be $119. All right, good your loins. So he ain't cheap, but he does look nice. Coming out the third quarter of next year. So about this time next year. So you're going to have a little time to wait for him. But coming in with the soft goods, the very decent looking face likeness. I appreciate what I'm seeing here. Higher Toys still bringing out some bangers. I still don't own one yet. I'm waiting for that Biolante Godzilla to drop. But yeah, this Adonis, he looks pretty wicked. And speaking of Godzilla, we've got a few from SH Monster Arts coming in hot over here. Only a couple of quick little preview pictures, so I won't linger too long. But first of all, we've got the SH Monster Arts Megaguirus Evolution set. Funnily enough, this is my favorite era of Godzilla. Don't like Megaguirus though, just because of all the Godzilla villains, this is the one that gives me the Goo Goo Jeebies, because it looks too much like a real actual bug. And you could imagine having, like, if he's actually in kaiju form, that's not that scary. But imagine having something that looks like that, but this big on your wall. Ugh, burn the house down. So yeah, I would not want an action figure of that, but it does look well made. Then also we're going to be getting the 1954 Godzilla Movie Graphic Plus edition, and then also there's going to be the 2014 Godzilla Movie Graphic Plus edition. So basically, SH Monster Arts still working overtime with their Godzilla line. We had the preview picture, now we got the full reveal of who? Dragon Ball Super SH Figuarts Son Goku Ultra Instinct. 2 Ultras, not redundant, I'm sure. I'm so glad that at no point in my YouTube career did I ever pretend to be a Dragon Ball Z fan. Otherwise, I would have got exposed so quickly. There'd be one of those YouTube drama videos with a picture of me being like, and career over next to it. Model behavior, fake Dragon Ball fan. But hey, I know that there are a lot of fans out there. So this is a Tamashii Nation store exclusive, I do believe. Yep, there you go. Tamashii Nation's flagship stores. You don't have to go to Japan though. New York, Shanghai, and Tokyo. So if you're in one of those 3 places, then you can pick up this guy easier than I can finish my sentences. There you go. He's going to be out there. Jakks Pacific are still crushing it with their Simpsons figures, bringing out so many and some real choice cuts from the classic era. So here we've got the Series 6 figures, a couple of kind of redos as well. So we've got, first of all, Screaming Homer, to go with your other Homers. Also, a very basic-looking Marge. There's Jimbo, sort of a classic Jimbo. I don't know if they've done the other bullies yet. There's Cool Lisa. It's Lisa, and she looks like Blossom. And then finally, we're also getting Barney as well, another classic-looking Barney. But that's not it. We've also got a couple of other ones as well. We've got the 5-inch action figures. So those are the 2.5-inch figures. Now we've got the 5-inch figures, and we've got Sick Homer from one of the best episodes of all time, Duff Gardens. Duff Gardens! Hurrah! That's so great. With his sandwich and blanket. Then we've got what's literally referred to as stupid sexy Flanders, which is great. Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Then there's Mr. Burns with a Blinky. That's kind of a cool little accessory. And a stack of money. And then Ralph Wiggum with a jar of paste that he really shouldn't be eating. And yeah, another great lineup of Simpsons figures. God bless you, Jax. You're giving us 90s kids just what we want. In WWE figure news now, I always am a bit shy about doing these just because they drop so many, and rummaging through all the photo albums to find the pictures, it's a Herculean task, folks. I mean, no one has any idea how hard I have to work to be a YouTuber, but here we go. So first of all, we're getting the WWE Defining Moments 2025. That's going to be a Ringside Collectibles exclusive, I do believe. That's going to be winter of this year. So we're getting the Advocate, Paul Heyman. Is he the Advocate now, or the Wise Man, or I don't know what name he's going by. Then we're getting Kurt Angle, and also Stone Cold Steve Austin and Logan Paul in this Defining Moments set. Then we're getting the WWE Ultimate Edition Tag Team. So that's Dudley Boys. That's coming spring of next year. Remember when they had a stuttering gimmick when they first came in? Like, brilliant marketing, Vince. Brilliant. Give him a stutter. That seems to be his go-to. Like, can't think of anything, give him a stutter. Stuttering people are hilarious. Look, he can't speak properly. Then there's Street Fighter Wave 1. We've spoken about these ones. Ultimate Warrior, The Rock, and Rey Mysterio in their respective characters. Then we got the Elite Greatest Hits. There's Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu, Logan Paul, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. After that, it's main event series. You can see how many figures I got to go through. I know, no one knows what it's like. There's Roman Reigns, Dominic Mysterio, Gunther, Tongaloa, and Kaylani Jordan. Tongaloa is one of those guys where it's like, whew, God bless you, sir, but your lineage has allowed you to be making a healthy living for a while now, because it ain't to do with how over you are. God bless you, though. I'm not going to begrudge anyone a living. Then we got the Main Event Showdown 2-pack series, Solo versus Cody Rhodes. Speaking of stealing a living, not Cody Rhodes. Then Tamatonga versus Jacob Fatu. I hope Tamatonga gets well. Actually, I like Tamatonga. He's a cool dude. And Logan Paul versus L.A. Knight. Yeah! Then after that, we're going to get this is the Ultimate Edition. Going to get Tiffany Stratton, Uncle Howdy, and Eddie Guerrero. And then finally, it's the WWE Premium Live Event Elites Royal Rumble 2026. Build-A-Figure Corey Graves. Then John Cena, Ultimate Warrior, CM Punk, and once again, L.A. Knight. Yeah! I wanted to see what version of the Ultimate Warrior this is, but there are so many pictures to go through, I can't find it for looking at the moment. I'll find him eventually, but I'm always intrigued with the Ultimate Warriors because they're always interesting. Oh, I found him. Oh, it's kind of 80s. It's late 80s Ultimate Warrior. I think kind of like when he picks up the Intercontinental title for the first time. Okay, oh, he's got the old flexing band as well. Man, that guy was high as a kite the whole time he was on screen. Oh, well. Remember the character, not the human. That's the important thing. Anyway, that does it for the WWE wrap-up. I don't even know if I'm going to add this in the show. It feels like so much work already. Time will tell if you see this. I love me some Acid Rain World action figures. Sometimes you just gotta sing. When you have the music inside you and you've got the love in your heart, you have to let it out. That's why I have a YouTube channel to begin with. Because when you see cool things like this, you just gotta sing about them. And then you realize they're not 1/12 scale, aka the good Lord scale. And you breathe a bit of a sigh of relief because you're like, whew, well, that just saved me about, what, $50-$60. That's probably what this would go for if it was 1/12. But it's not. Acid Rain are making this at about 1/18 scale. But just because it's a little bit smaller than I would normally like, doesn't mean it's not just cool. I love creative, weird things like this. I'm a cyberpunk geek. I'm aware that on my sleeve. It's who I am. It's a little bit of an identity, kind of like a Disney adult. I'm like, yo, if it's a cyberpunk, weird sort of contraption robot mashup, yeah, it's going to get my attention. This mech arcade machine, yeah, I mean, being a child of the 90s as well, anything that is arcade kind of related, it's going to be hitting me in those nostalgia buttons real hard. So Acid Rain, doff of the cap to you here. This was on display at, was it Shanghai? Yeah, Shanghai Wonderfest. So it's probably going to be landing some point early next year, I would have thought. And I don't know, even though I couldn't really integrate it with any of my other displays, just having it as a little kind of standalone desk toy, yeah, I think maybe I could justify getting my hands on this. You know, it's all well and good to have a big bad orc in your collection, but I ask you one question. What's he gonna ride? Not a pony. It doesn't work. You gotta have something mean. Get on it, do it, ride in that lava wolf. I guess it's a lava wolf. I don't know what else to call it. It looks amazing from Fish Toys, but also don't get it twisted, as the kids say. It looks like it's glowing, and it is, but only when you shine a UV light over it. But that's still kind of a fun gimmick. I do love the way it literally looks like this thing has been forged out of liquid hot magma. But it's only going to look that cool if you are actively shining a UV, you know, like a, what do they call it, a black light. And honestly, I would not want to be taking a black light anywhere near my bedroom. Just saying. But this figure under that light with all the armor as well, the fact you can strip it on and off too. Oh, that does look pretty cool. You want to throw some of your Meti Toys orcs on there, maybe? It's a pretty badass ride. I gotta say, I'm quite impressed. A little something for Statue Corner here, Neon Genesis Evangelion. I tried watching that show, but I just couldn't get into it. The episode count is kind of daunting, and I love things that get philosophical and kind of introspective and deep, but I could feel it getting away from me. And I was like, okay, Evangelion, you're probably too smart for this big old doofus here, but I do love the crazy mech alien kind of designs when you're fusing like teeth and organics with robotics. Oh, it looks weird and awesome, and that's what this statue has got here. So this is the, a big old name with lots of letters and numbers, but it's Neon Genesis Evangelion from, what's the studio? I can't even see. Prime 1 Studio. Of course it's Prime 1 Studio. You can tell just from the quality of the build here. So if you are an Evangelion fan with a pretty gigantic budget, then you might want to be picking this one up. It's not coming out until the first quarter of 2027. So you got a while to wait for it. But to be fair, I recently sat down with Wani and we were working out like our life plans, and you're planning like 2027, 2028, and it's like, oh, those are a million miles away. And then you realize, no, they're going to come around real quick. Premium Collectible Studio have just revealed their life-size Shredder armor set, and oh, Dave, you have so many financial responsibilities. You can't. You can't. Can you? I mean, so far we've only got this one picture, but I mean, come on. I've watched that film 1,000 times. I know what that armor set looks like. It would look amazing on like a mantelpiece. There's going to be more pictures and, of course, prices coming up soon. And when I see the price, it will be prohibitive. But in the meantime, a man can dream. You know what's passé now? And I don't mind saying it, all right? I'm going to call people out. Those inflatable T-Rex costumes. It's done. It's over. It ain't funny anymore, all right? They had their moment, but now when I see someone turn up to a con or something wearing one of those, I'm like, that is so 2010. What you want to be dressed as is an inflated Kaiju Mothra. That's where it's at 2025. And some companies know this, and they recognize it, and they give us what we want. So right here, we've got Ruby's Costume Company. God bless you, Ruby. Ruby, 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 Ruby. Oh. Was that song big in the US? It was huge in the UK in the 20s. So this is an inflatable Mothra costume just in time for Halloween. Going to be hitting Amazon, Target, and Walmart very soon. Keep your peepers peeled for it. In news that just kind of tickles me, WWE had their big press conference to announce that Wrestlemania 43 is going to Saudi Arabia, baby. And the WWE audience were not cool with that. It was just kind of funny. I mean, I'm not actually lambasting WWE. They're a company. Companies exist to make money. Simple as that. They're going to go where the money is. It's just kind of funny because WWE have always trumpeted themselves as like, we're as American as apple pie, red, white, and blue, rock, flag, and eagle, WWE. It's Americana, Wrestlemania, the heart of America. What's how much money? You're gonna pay us that much money? Oh well, Saudi Mania coming in 2027. Again, like I said, it's just funny. I'm not like, how dare this company make money? It's what companies do. You know, look forward to Model Behavior coming to you live from Saudi Arabia, given the opportunity and the right paycheck. But it's just amusing because it's such a blatant about face for the company. And it was just funny because all the comments during the live stream was just, you sold out, boo! It just tickled me. And also, they've got all these galleries now of the wrestlers who had to attend the press conference, each one of them having a face like a slapped ass, to use a very British expression. Everyone looking like they're at a funeral because they know like, oh, this ain't gonna go well. Especially characters like The Undertaker, who's like Mr., you know, red, white, and blue. I'm down with the devil, but I'm American through and through. How much money? It's funny, he just said on a recent interview, like there's no amount of money in the world. I'll never put on the black hat again. That would tarnish the legacy of The Undertaker. Just you wait. Just you wait. He is putting that hat on. He's coming down. No way are they going to have WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia without The Undertaker being The Undertaker. Dollars to donuts, that's happening. So yeah, I ain't lambasting the company. I just find it kind of funny. I thought maybe you would too. Nintendo have officially announced that next year we will be seeing the sequel to the Super Mario movie, not Super Mario 2, but Super Mario Galaxy. This is kind of interesting in as much as it's April. It's slated for April next year. That feels like that's come around real quick. I'm not complaining because I want to see another good Mario movie. That's always the difficulty, is actually following up with a good sequel. Often it can be a bit of a drop-off. But if it has the same level of quality and just fun, I'll be here for it. I think a lot of people kind of, you know, sniff their nose at the first Mario movie. But for a fun, family animated adventure, I had a blast with it. So more of the same, but expanding the world with Super Mario Galaxy? Yeah. Roll on April 2026. And folks, that does it for Good News for today. What did you think about the items covered? Comment below and let me know. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then you know what you gotta do. You gotta join the 6-1 clicks.
Let's go.
Clicking the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And if you'd like to help support the channel, keep me in business, then God bless you for a start. And also you could get yourself a Model Behavior channel membership. That will allow me to have more time to make more videos. So whenever you open up your YouTube front page, you see this guy with another video for you. So thank you so much, everyone who helps support the channel. And also there's like a new YouTube thing. I think you can hype a video. I think this is like a new feature they're doing. So if you want to hype Model Behavior, like, that would be awesome, because I'm trying to cultivate as many like new subscribers as possible, because there's all sorts of, I think, shenanigans happening with the YouTube model and AI and all sorts of stuff, and channels are getting kind of like lost in the shuffle. So if you haven't subscribed, I would be really grateful if you would give a subscribe. And if this hype thing is a thing, if you see it, then give your boy Dave some hype. Someone's got to. It can't just be me. So gang, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep displaying model behavior.